this week on Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV.
Alright, here we go. Once again, we are back up in Canada for part 2. This week's show, you're going to be seeing myself going after my biggest bear ever. And we're going to see if Camden ends up making a great shot on a bear that is a little bit aggressive. So stay tuned for a great show coming your way. Alright, here we go, part 2 of our wilderness adventure. Now last week you got to see Austin, my nephew, kill his first bear ever. And he was super excited. Made a great shot, killed a beautiful bear. And while he was killing a bear, Camden was just killing time and taking a nap because nothing came into him. And myself, on the other hand, I had a beautiful boar come in multiple times and he just wasn't what I was looking for, so I spent the time filming him. Now, when we came back to camp, the next morning we got up, we were excited because we had made the decision that Camden was going back out after that bear that I had passed on. And you got to see last week when Camden and the crew, we rolled in, we were going to check the bait, and sure enough this bear was on the bait and he was aggressive. He was coming at us, he was swiping the ground, he wasn't happy we were there. Camden's at full draw and we cut away from last week's show. Now we're going to be joining Camden once again at full draw and see if he can keep his composure on this beautiful bear. I'm on.
Nice shot. Nice shot. You smoked him. Oh, that's what I see. Bear. Oh, yeah. That was
my heart was pounding.
That was the bear that I had come in last night, and he's a beautiful bear. But when we came in there, I saw him back there about 80 yards, and he's an aggressive bear. He came in, and I'm sure Mike got him, but he was bluffing when he comes, and they hit the ground like they're coming at you. And like I said, Camden went to full draw. He waited, let down, and the bear turned. I stopped him, and he just smoked him. We just heard him do the death moan back there. So
Crazy.
Pretty awesome.
That was you already got to witness it. That was sick, dude. You're like, what? Oh crap, beer right there. I was sick.
we don't have to track him, do we?
Didn't go too far. Look at you go, kid.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful bear.
Beautiful. Nice keep.
Okay, so as we were getting in here, John said he saw this bear, and John's had history with this bear because he was in here yesterday and couldn't get a shot on him. And I was gonna sit here tonight, but as we were getting in here, this bear started making his way towards the bucket, and John told me to grab my bow, so I grabbed my bow and my heart was pumping, and I was shaking. I didn't know what to do. I was drawn back for a while, and once he gave me a shot, I took it. And he did his death moan, laid right here. Pretty crazy. The trip so far has been so fun. And Austin got his bear, I got mine. John's next. And I can't wait to just enjoy the rest of the trip.
Well, after we got Camden's bear all taken care of, it was my time to head back down the road, and I was going all the way down to Bait 28.
Alright, we're gonna check this one out. This had a good bore on it. We're gonna see what this one looks like, and then I'll make up my mind what I'm gonna do.
All right, so I've been bow hunting and bear hunting probably for 20 years. I've killed one really good bear, killed multiple bears, and I absolutely love it. But one of the things that I enjoy the most about bear hunting is I have an opportunity to sit on the ground. There's something about sitting on the ground, hunting an animal that actually could hunt you back. It kind of makes your hair stand up on the back of your neck. Now, I settled in, I got a spot, didn't have much in front of me, but enough to kind of give me a little bit of camouflage. It's about 15 yards from this bait. Got a camera on my left, a camera on my right, and my GoPro. So I was concentrating, getting everything set up, and the first bear rolled in. Now this is a sow, and she's super comfortable. She comes in, pretty much walks around, sees me, walks behind me, walks in front of me, really didn't care that I was there. And with her came a beautiful boar. Now this is a boar that most people would shoot, but I just knew that there was something bigger in there. So I settled back in, filmed those two bears, and sure enough, I could hear something coming behind me. So as you can see, I've got 3 bears circling me, in front of me, behind me, not even sure where they're at all times. I was so busy running the cameras, I really wasn't nervous. And one of the things I've learned about whether you hunt deer, elk, bear, whatever, when you get that first opportunity, you want to take advantage of it. But this bear would not hold still. He walked right in front of me at 5 yards. If I'd have had a cameraman, I'd have shot him walking. But running the cameras, I couldn't do it. And you can see on my GoPro, I actually click my release on several times, try to go to full draw, and then he moves. But he finally makes a mistake, and he stops, and I was able to get a shot. As you can see, I just shot that bear and it looked like it might be a little bit back. And it was hard to tell because on one camera it looked pretty good, on the other camera, different angle, looked like it was a little bit back. And what they say about bears is you split them in half. You split them halfway back and halfway up. And that's where I thought I hit him. And I went out, I found my arrow, and it was covered in blood. So I knew I'd made a good shot. Whether he was going to die in 5 minutes or half an hour, I wasn't sure. Now the weird thing about it is you're going to see while I'm out there looking for my arrow and finding blood, who shows back up right in front of the camera. Get out of here. Well, I found my arrow. There's good blood on it. It looks like a good hit. I'm gonna get my stuff. I got this bear right here. He's not real afraid of me. Like, I was like a swimmer with sharks circling me. There was one bear, then two bears, and then the big bear came a half an hour later and came right by me at 4 yards, just going. And he never stopped. He finally stopped there, and I think he smelled down where I shot. I rubbed a little Cloverdale sausage on one of my practice arrows and shot it just to make sure. And I couldn't get him on camera because I would get this camera on him, and then he'd just keep walking by. And then the sun was so bad, I was like, if I sit here tomorrow, I gotta go sit over there because it was like terrible. So he waited till the sun went down. So
Yeah, you see your knock glowing like
see
a
my
Christmas
knock
tree.
there. The one thing great about lighted knocks right there. Here, he's here.
I think he's
blood
on that
here.
trail.
Blood here on the side of the tree.
From the tracks, it looks like he's on that trail.
It's never over till the fat lady sings. I must have just caught one of his lungs. I don't know, but I got another arrow in him because he was. I almost walked up on him, and I found him again. You can see my lighted knock, and I was waiting for his death moan. But I marked it on my maps, tied my hat up in the tree, and we put a jug where Russ found a lot of blood. So we'll find him in the morning. But going in on a bear with a bow in this brush, I had to sneak one through. Took out a few brush piles or branches when I hit him. So until the morning. Well, that next morning we got up, we headed out there, and that bear was right where I left him. I don't think he went much longer than a few minutes after we backed out of there.
There you go. Oh, what a tank.
Now we got to pull him back a little bit.
Into the shade. Pull back.
Can't say enough about coming up to Canada. We have first timer Camden, Austin. My brother Ruff has been with me years ago up here when we killed our first bears together, and he's been up here a few more times. Camden's dad Mike came up here, and it has been a near perfect trip. I don't think it can get any better, except we land a couple 40-inch northerns, some lake trout, some walleyes. Even if we don't, we came up here to bear hunt, and it's not easy. It's a lot of work. Time and effort goes in here. Just going up and down this road will kill you. So on behalf of myself and everybody that joined us, we want to thank you for watching today's show. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you've never gone bear hunting, you got to get out there. They're an amazing animal, and they're just fun to watch. And I don't know what else to say, but it was an amazing trip so far. Taxidermy services provided by JB's Wildlife Design.